Hello and welcome everybody to 1988, 87, 88. Now, the Powerbilt Citation, it's been around for a while, and this club right here, I think they got it exactly right. When you're talking about just a pure golfing, and here at this channel, we're about enjoying golf and playing golf, getting out on the course and just being sentimental and playing with emotion, and who cares about science? I mean, within reason, okay? Now, Powerbilt made some beautiful clubs, beautiful grain, and now they've switched to a black finish, which is super simple, but you can still see the grain on the face, and it is so elegant. It's just this beautiful gown draped over a beautiful golf club, and it's just screaming to be played. We should definitely go have a closer look. Very simple design. I like how simple and elegant this is. Powerbilt Citation, 1 wood. Easy. They used the gingerbread man sole plate, 4 screws. Very nice. And then as we move around the skirt, you can see pinned shaft all the way around to the 2 screw brass weight here in the aft portion of the head. Here's some paint chipping off right here. Looks like there's some white primer underneath that. A genuine Persimmon decal here on the skirt. And look at this lovely face, horizontal 3 screw, face insert, and look at this lovely persimmon. Oh, it just peeks through. It's so subtle. I love that. Moving up to the whipping, it whips all the way up here. It whips all the way, I don't know if that's the correct term. It goes up to this ferrule right here. I have way too much fun on this channel. Stepped shaft. And there were 2 options. There was Dynamic, and then there was the Dynasty Plus. This one has the Dynasty Plus shaft in it. Lovely stepped shaft. Here's my own little tape, 1987. I should have put a dash to 1988. Then we have a leather wrap grip right here. Pretty nice. Feels pretty nice. No excuses. We should get this out. If it feels as good as it looks, we should do okay. Looking down at this club, you realize it's dark and it looks tiny. It's just a itty bitty little thing, and you're like, am I going to be able to hit this? And then you see this big brass weight hanging off the end, and it's shiny and it's curved, and you're just like, oh, yes, I can. It's a nice feeling looking down at this. It's emotional, and I like that. To me, in my opinion, this is the club that I think of when I think about this transition that we're going through from solid persimmons to the Pittsburgh persimmon, right? To steel, to metal. It's funny how like nowadays people complain about cars. It used to be made out of metal, now it's made out of plastic. And golf is kind of the opposite. It was made out of wood, now it's made out of metal. But either way, this has a nice metal and wood aspect to it. And they've perfected it. They figured it out. When you're talking about just an implement for golf, the grain is distracting because the grain is just so beautiful on wood. I am the first one to admit that. I just sit there and stare at it. You're like, ooh, yes. Look at this lovely knot here in the toe. It's beautiful. But this serves the purpose of the perfection of golf with the wood, painted black, simple. You have the elegant weight, and they make it look so elegant. They just draped it with this beautiful gown with jewelry. So for me, this is the evolution of what persimmons could be. Oh, it could be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what that would get us. We'd have to take this weight off, wouldn't we? We'd have to make this smaller. I think they nailed it with this. I think they got this right. And do I think this is not going to be any sort of valuable collector's item, or at least not at the making of this video, give it a few years. You can find Powerbilt persimmons on eBay for, it depends, after shipping $30 to $100, Powerbilt Citations, not that hard to find a solid driver. Same with Facebook. You can find them for even cheaper, sometimes on the Facebook Marketplace, depending on where you live. If you live in a big city, maybe you're going to have better luck than if you live somewhere rural, but you never know. So for me, this is something I would proudly put in my vintage bag. Oh, let's go play some 80s clubs. This is right there at the top of the list, right there with TaylorMade Pittsburgh Persimmons. This is amazing. So I know there's no shortage of awesome clubs in the 80s, but this is one of the most beautiful. Let me know your thoughts. Powerbilt Citation, 1987, 88 model. Do you think this is elegant? Do you not like it? Some people don't like the black finish. Some people don't like the weight in the back, and I understand that. So looking forward to reading your comments. If you want to support the channel, visit my Amazon golf shop in the links in the description below. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. I am an Amazon influencer. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.